Personal hygiene habits aren't only about looking good, but feeling your best too. Hygiene is an essential part of our daily lives that contributes to our health and well-being. Today, we're going to be diving into clean products to keep your daily hygiene practice on point, simple habits for staying fresh throughout the day, and the best feminine hygiene practices to smell good naturally. I've got a secret to tell you. Come here. Come. You don't need a 20-step skincare routine to have healthy skin. In fact, it could be causing more harm than good. I said it. Sometimes we think the more we do, the better it's going to be, but that is not necessarily the case. Overusing product and buying way too much is a marketing scam. This is all you need to have clean skin. Oil cleanser, a gel cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. In the morning, gel cleanse your face for 60 seconds. Get behind your ears as well with the same cleanser. If you have a serum, use your serum. The serum that I like to use, 100% niacinamide powder. I dilute that with aloe water, but I explained why and how I did that in the other video, so I'm not going to explain it here. But whatever serum you choose to use, this is where you're going to use your serum. Next, use a moisturizer that's not going to clog your pores, and then put on your SPF in the daytime. At night, oil cleanse on dry skin. If you oil cleanse on wet skin, it's not going to work. Oil dissolves oil. It does not dissolve water. Then go in with your gel cleanser. Slap it on top. You don't have to wash the oil cleanser off. You can use the gel to properly remove the oil without harming your skin or using any type of abrasive products to rub it off. Next, go in with your serum if you have a serum, and then go in with your moisturizer. I bet you that if you pare your skin down to the basics like that, your skin health is going to go to a next level. Nothing gets rid of bad breath better than oil pulling and tongue scraping together. Those two things, it's gonna knock it right out. Oil pulling is an Ayurvedic practice that involves us swishing oil in our mouths for 15 to 20 minutes. Now, before you freak out about the amount of time it takes, you can do this while you do other things. You can oil pull while you shower. You could oil pull while you get dressed. You could oil pull while you make your morning coffee or tea. There are so many ways that you could pair oil pulling with doing something else to not at least try it once. Once you're done oil pulling, do not spit it in the sink. That could clog your sink. Spit it out in the trash and scrape your tongue. Tongue scraping is such a simple way to remove bacteria and debris that causes bad breath, and it doesn't require constantly buying product over and over and over again. I like to use a stainless steel tongue scraper because I feel like that does a better job. After you're done with that, rinse your mouth out with water. Then brush your teeth like normal. Electric toothbrushes tend to remove plaque a little bit better than manual ones. You don't have to use an electric toothbrush. Just make sure that you're counting in your head up to 2 minutes. An oral hygiene tip that costs you $0, just rinse your mouth out with water after each meal and every snack. When food particles sit in your mouth, the bacteria feeds off of that, and that's what causes bad breath. Water has been proven to help clear your mouth of food particles, bacteria, and debris that leads to buildup and plaque on the teeth. Now, one of the biggest benefits of using just water, it's super accessible. You could find water basically anywhere. If you're out at a restaurant, you could go to the bathroom, rinse your mouth out. You will not damage your teeth by rinsing it out with water, but you can potentially damage your teeth by brushing it too soon after eating acidic foods. If you do want to brush your teeth, rinse your mouth out first, wait a little bit, and then you could brush your teeth. Now, my favorite thing to do is rinse my mouth out after I eat, pop a mint, or I chew some gum. Chewing gum can also have some other benefits for helping to remove food particles out of your mouth. If you've ever flossed, taken that out, and you've smelled it, ooh, girl. I do like to water floss instead of using traditional floss. I have more incentive to use it because I find joy in using it. If you stay on top of scraping your tongue, brushing your teeth, flossing daily, your mouth, it is going to smell so good and your breath is going to stay fresher for a lot longer. What I'm going to stress to you is that you have to use what's accessible to you and do something now. You don't need to wait until you have a fancy mouthwash to start taking extra care of your oral hygiene. Especially with curly hair, with how complicated our routines have gotten, if it takes too much time and energy, guess what? Most of us are not going to be able to do it. When it comes to the hair care basics, everybody has different hair types, textures, and porosity levels. Now, this is going to affect how often you need to deeply cleanse your hair and hydrate it. Because my scalp has a tendency to be dry, I start each wash process with oiling my scalp. This is a super effective way at dissolving the buildup. It can also be protection against anything that might dry the hair out a little too much during our wash routine. Once you oil your scalp, massage it in for a few minutes. Doesn't matter if it's your fingers or if you have a special brush. Next, double cleanse with a shampoo. Shampooing your scalp properly is going to remove any weird odors that may be sitting in your hair. It also helps the aroma from whatever conditioners or hair masks you have. It helps that to shine through a lot better because you're not just covering up funk. You're starting with a clean slate. And if you have a tendency to use heavy products for your hair care routine, removing that buildup is going to improve the way your hair smells. Once you're done shampooing, go straight in with your hair mask, let that sit while you shower, and your hair is going to smell incredible. Here's one thing that so many people ignore, but they don't realize that it's contributing to body odor. Like, it makes you smell bad if you don't do this properly. Dry your hair, girl. Dry your hair. Have you ever noticed that when you do laundry, if you forget to take that laundry out of the washer after it's finished washing, what does it smell like? It smells like mildew, and it can be incredibly hard to get that smell out. That's because it's a perfect environment for odor-causing bacteria to grow. Even though you did all the work to like properly clean it, it added up to nothing because after all of that, you just left it in a clump and it just kind of sat there. It is the same exact concept with our hair. If you let that sit in a clump, of course it's going to smell bad. And on top of that, it causes dandruff and itchy scalp. To me, not worth it. To remedy that, let it dry properly 80 to 90% before going to bed. It does not matter if you air dry. It doesn't matter if you dry with heat. The only thing that matters is that you allow your hair to dry properly before going to sleep. If you have less time like I do, just use heat. It's not going to harm your hair. Your hair is going to be a-okay. Drying with indirect heat does not damage your hair. It's much healthier than air drying with damp, musty hair and a dandruff infested scalp. If you prefer to air dry, make sure you do it really early in the day. That way your hair is going to smell fresh and clean, and it will smell beautiful like the products that you put in it for as long as you need it to. In this portion of the video, I'm going to be referring to down there as the yoni, which is a Sanskrit word for the area, but it could also be translated into this sacred place, which I feel like is perfectly fitting. Your yoni is basically like the queen of the universe, okay? She can take care of herself, but she goes through a lot in the process. Making sure she has the support that she needs to thrive is absolutely everything. When you think of your yoni, I want you to think of two themes. Number one, gentle care, and number two, airflow. The external part of our yoni can get a lot of buildup from dead skin, sweat, bodily fluids, and that's perfectly normal. But we have to remove that every day because if we don't take care of it, that can actually lead to odor and irritation. If you want to keep your feminine hygiene routine as simple as possible, all you need is warm water and a shower. That's it. But you can use a gentle soap that's made for the area. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not using it somehow internally. It doesn't need to go inside, it just needs to stay on the external parts. Preferably, you should be using fragrance-free soap and gently work your way from front to back. Never go from back to front. You don't want to let it sit, just rinse it right away. Once you do this, it should basically just smell like nothing at all, which is what we want. We don't want it to smell like flowers because that's what perfume for our body is for. I really don't know why we think this way because we don't expect men to smell like vanilla or chocolate down there for us. So why is it that we think that we must smell like that in that area? Make it make sense. The soap that I use is the Lumi Unscented Bar Soap. This one is so great because it's a multitasker. You can literally use it for absolutely anything you want. Well, not anything you want. You can use it basically everywhere and it's perfectly safe. A little extra benefit, if you care, it can help to gently even your skin tone over time. I'm gonna be all the way real with you guys. This soap is not the cheapest soap on the market, okay? I prefer to exclusively use it on my yoni and my other private areas, and that's it. I don't use it over my entire body, and I store it in a soap bag to help it last a little bit longer. I typically have to replace this once every 3 months. As of right now, the soap costs about $18. If you divide that over 3 months, that's like $6 a month, which isn't too too bad for a high quality product that serves many different purposes. Feminine hygiene after you shower is equally as important as what you do in the shower. Always use a fresh, clean pair of cotton underwear. Synthetic materials trap moisture and heat into the body, and it can potentially cause yeast infections. 𝐅𝐸 is my favorite brand when it comes to getting cotton underwear. They are comfortable, breathable cotton underwear. They have different options and styles as well. Remember, the entire objective here is to keep our external part of our yoni aired out. We don't want to be trapping her in and making her feel stifled. Another feminine hygiene tip that costs you $0, you want to consider sleeping without underwear. I know, it sounds weird, but it's not. Sleeping without underwear allows airflow to your yoni, and it lowers the risk of infections because it stops moisture from building up in the area. Before you knock it and you get afraid of trying it, whatever underwear you're wearing for the day, throw that in the hamper and go to sleep. Your yoni is gonna thank you, trust me. For anyone who's in the menstrual phase of their cycle, obviously you can't do this. You have to wear a pad or you have to wear some period underwear. I know that odor is kind of a big thing when we're in the menstrual phase of our cycle. In order to clear the odor, all you have to do is rinse it out in the shower. You don't have to take a full body shower if you don't have the energy for it, and if you took a full body shower earlier in the day. But before bed, rinse it out in the shower, or if you don't want to go in the shower, keep some water-based wipes to wipe the area down. These are for babies, but it works perfect for the area, and it only has 2 ingredients, water and grapefruit seed extract. Always wipe front to back, gently pat it dry, put on a clean pad or a clean, fresh pair of period underwear. I don't have any leaking while I'm in bed. I don't have to worry about it. I feel completely secure. It helps me to sleep better because I know that I'm not going to wake up with a mess to clean up. Optionally, if you want to take your yoni care routine a step further, you might want to consider investing in probiotics. Your gut and a healthy yoni are inextricably intertwined. More often than not, a healthy gut affects our entire bodies, not just our digestive system. I personally have been taking organics probiotics for 5+ years, and I have had 0 issues since then, and that means no infections whatsoever. And this is saying a lot for me. There was a period where I did have an injury, had to go to the doctor. Of course, they gave me a series of antibiotics that I needed to take, but the downside of that is that it killed all the healthy flora that was in my gut. That threw everything off, and that was my first experience with getting a yeast infection. I was really struggling for a little while until I went to a gyno. She prescribed some boric acid suppositories. After doing my own research, I went ahead and paired that with probiotics for the long-term care of my yoni. If you've ever experienced anything like this, know that you are absolutely not alone. Everybody goes through this at one point. It can be healed. Your girl absolutely loves everything showers. But here's the thing, you don't need to do that every day to smell good all day long. Your daily showers to keep your hygiene in check can be anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, so long as you just do it right. First, don't use a loofah. Here's why. The plasticky material that loofahs are made out of, they harbor bacteria, and it's not really great for your skin. So instead, go for an African net sponge. These sponges are more hygienic because they air dry fully in between use. You could just throw it in the wash once a week and wash it with your towel load, and it can help you smell better when you use a clean sponge to wash your body with. The reason why I've stuck with the African net sponge for so long is because you could reach areas that you can't necessarily reach with a little tiny sponge or a little washcloth. When you get every single part of yourself clean, you just smell better in general. In the shower, go into your armpits first. This is if you already wash your face, and massage your armpits gently with your body wash. You could use the African net for the first part or not. It doesn't really matter. There was a moment where I had really bad rashes and irritation in my armpit. I could not use any type of exfoliant. When it was in recovery mode, I just went ahead and used my hands, just massaged it in 60 seconds each side, rinse that clean. Then you want to go in with a deodorizing soap. Massage that in for about 60 seconds, leave it there for the rest of your shower. Now you're going to wash your body from the neck down with your body wash. If your skin type can handle it, go in with a fragrance body wash. Massage that in everywhere except for your yoni, of course. But for me, my skin's sensitive, so I just stick with unscented African black soap and then leave the perfume for later. My ladies and gents, my people people with the long nails, clean under those nails. Nails can harbor bacteria that can be transmitted to other areas. It's kind of gross, but it's just a fact of life, especially long artificial nails. If you have those, wash under them with a brush and some soap. I prefer wearing my natural nails, but I still clean under my nails every single day. Even when they're short like this, I'm still cleaning under my nails. I use a nail brush that I just leave hanging in the shower. That way I don't have to think about it. It's just right there. Take that nail brush, put a little soap, do a little scrub, and then just rinse it clean. Once under your nails are nice and clean, you're free to wash your yoni area with just plain water if that's what you choose, or with a gentle yoni soap. To sum up your basic hygiene steps: number 1, wash your face. Number 2, double cleanse the armpits. Number 3, leave the deodorizing in your arms while you wash the rest of your body. Number 4, wash under your nails. Number 5, you're free to wash your yoni and any other private areas. Last step, rinse your entire body. You don't have to do anything else, unless obviously it's like your wash day and all that kind of stuff. But I'm saying a basic daily shower for your body hygiene. To moisturize and add a very nice scent that's going to last all day, put drops of a scented body oil. Mixing your body lotion with some scented oils is going to make your body look like it has this luminous glow, and it's going to make you smell so good without making your skin greasy or sticky. I like to top this off with my perfume. The perfume that I use, I make sure that that matches the scent of the body oil, and I typically just spray 2 on my wrists, 1 on my neck, chest, the back of my neck. It leaves behind a beautiful subtle scent, but it also lasts all day. If you choose to moisturize your body with a scented lotion, just make sure the fragrance of your perfume and the fragrance in your lotion does not clash. We're not here to give ourselves headaches or anyone else around us. On to deodorant. I know there's a lot of controversy whether specific types of deodorants are good for us or not. Pushing all of that to the side, here is the main thing that you need to know. Just choose deodorant that is good for your skin type, and don't be afraid of sweat. Sweat is not bad, and sweat itself does not make you stink. I'm gonna say it louder for the people in the back. Sweat itself does not make you stink. Sweat is a normal bodily function that we need for our bodies to stay healthy and in balance. When we stop that from happening, it can potentially clog our sweat glands, lead to cysts, and also allergic reactions. The problem lies in when sweat mixes with bacteria, it raises our skin's natural pH, causing a stinky smell. The key to smelling good is controlling the bacterial growth and maintaining a slightly acidic pH. The aim here is to deodorize the bacteria mixing with the sweat. We don't want to stop the sweat altogether. The deodorant I use is by the Earthly Alternative. It is the Pit Perfume in vanilla. The fragrances that they use in their perfumes and in their deodorants, they don't contain phthalates. I don't know if you guys know this, but phthalates have been commonly used in fragrances, and they have been known to disrupt our hormones. With all the problems that we have today with the microplastics, I don't want to add anything else that can potentially create more unhealthy side effects within my body. At the same time, your girl still wants to smell good all day. I'm not into using natural products but also smelling natural, if you know what I mean. That's where this deodorant comes in. Little trick, which might possibly be overkill, but I'm not really sure. It hasn't irritated my skin, so I'm thinking that it's okay. I wash with my Lumi bar soap. After I wash that off, I go in with the deodorant wipes, let that air dry and soak into my skin, and then I put my deodorant on top. It does not matter how much you sweat, you are not going to smell. With that combo, you're gonna smell amazing until your next shower. Another feminine hygiene tip, keep the hair in your armpits short or get rid of the hair altogether. Hair has a tendency to trap bacteria and hold on to body odor. I personally find that it's a lot harder to get the deodorant to adhere to my skin when I have hair there versus when I have no hair there. You can shave it, wax it, epilate it. There are so many different ways that you can take care of the hair in your armpits. As a reminder, although it is your body and your choice, my intention here is not to make you feel bad about having body hair there. This is just a matter of what choices you want to make for the benefit of your hygiene. This form of hygiene gets overlooked so often, but it can make or break whether you smell good all day. When you're getting dressed for the day, always wear clean undergarments and clean clothes. Wearing dirty dirty clothes causes body odor and skin irritation. Even after showering properly and putting on perfume, like it's not enough to do just that. You need to make sure that you're also wearing clean clothes. It's not necessary to wash your clothes with fragrances, fabric softeners, and stuff like that. Unscented laundry detergent does fantastic for properly cleaning the clothes. It helps for you to avoid that fragrance overload where we're trying not to have our fragrance of our clothes clashing with our perfume. If you want your clothes to smell really good, add a couple of spritzes of your perfume onto your clothes. You don't have to wash your clothes in fragrance. And this goes for anyone who has very sensitive skin. You know that all of those things can create a reaction. If you spray your scent or your perfume onto your clothes, it will last all day, I promise you. When you're out and about, things happen. Sometimes you just need a quick refresh throughout the day. You know what I mean? This is where hygiene kit comes in handy, okay? Keeping things like some deodorant wipes, deodorants, a little travel size version of your perfume, some hand cream, mints, gum, breath spray, whatever it is that you like to use to freshen up. It's always good to just have that in your bag. That way you got a deodorant wipe that down real quick, reapply your deodorant, and you're gonna be good to go. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe and share it with someone who you feel like needs it. I'll see you guys next time.